Hey everyone, welcome back. We are back at Kings Island. Should be a hot one today. It's a Friday. Summer is in full session, later part of June. And today we're gonna do a little fast lane challenge to answer that ultimate question. Is it worth it? Is the fast lane plus worth it? So how I'm going to do that is I'm going to time it when I go in line for the fast lane, compare it to the projected wait time listed on the app. So we're going to see exactly how much time it approximately saves you throughout the day. And then ultimately you can be the judge yourself. Is that amount of time worth the extra money you're going to spend? Let's find out. And just FYI, in case you didn't already know, I'll give a brief explanation of what Fastlane/Fastlane Plus is. So Fastlane is an optional pay-per-person upcharge line queue system offered on select rides at Kings Island. The system allows you to skip the majority of, in some cases essentially all, of the standard line wait queues for many rides in the park. Now when purchased, you're given a wristband for identification, and an unspecified limited number of Fastlane wristbands are sold each day to help control wait times. Now there are two different Fastlane items you can purchase, which are the standard Fastlane and Fastlane Plus. Fastlane Plus will cost more, but includes the most popular rides in the park, like the Beast, Orion, Mystic Timbers, and Flight of Fear, to name a few. These four rides in particular are not included in the standard Fastlane, so I'd say it's definitely worth the extra $15 to get Fastlane Plus over Fastlane, and I think most people would agree as Fastlane Plus is by far the more popular option, but at least the standard Fastlane includes both Banshee and Diamondback. Anyway, the cost to purchase Fastlane Plus varies depending on the day you're visiting the park, i.e. it'll be more expensive on busier days. So for example, if I went today, June 30th on a Thursday, Fastlane Plus would cost $95. But if I went this Saturday, July 2nd, like one of the absolute busiest days of the year, I'd have to pay $135. Now the day I went here in this video was Friday, June 15th, just to put things into perspective, and the cost for the day would have been $85. Overall, the park wasn't as crowded as I would have expected, but as you'll see here, I was able to get a ton of rides throughout the day. Alright, so it's the first hour that the park's open, so the wait times posted online probably aren't the most accurate, but I am going to start off with Invertigo, new coaster credit. I've never been on it before, so it'll rattle me around a bit. It'll wake me up for the day. We're going to do Banshee next. Got off of Invertigo. It was listed as a 0-minute wait, but realistically it probably would have been about 15 minutes. But I got to walk on with Fastlane. I just had to wait for the train that was currently going to get back in the station. Then I got loaded right up. So it says it's a 0-minute wait for Banshee. I'm just going to kind of go by my estimated time right now, see how long it takes me with Fastlane. Just to give you an idea, here's the line for Banshee right now. Alright, Banshee was a walk-on, probably would have only been 5 minutes, so probably better to try to test the differences in times like later on in the day. But gonna get another new credit this morning, go on Adventure Express here, so 2 new credits today. Alright, we're trying Flight of Fear. It said it was a 15-minute wait on the app, so we'll see how long it takes us right now. right, so Flight of Fear took me about 20 minutes or so. So I think the actual line, like looking at it now, is more like 45 minutes. The app just didn't update the times right. So yeah, that's pretty long. So I always suggest, if you're gonna know you want to do Flight of Fear, do that first thing in the morning, because the capacity is just it's just really low. But now we're gonna do Orion. Alright, so the app says Orion's a 5-minute wait. I've never waited in the actual queue to know how long that's going to take, but it looks like it's going to take just a few minutes. I know this ride is a capacity monster, so 5 minutes is probably pretty accurate, but it looks like I'm going to have a walk-on. Man, can I just say I love Kings Island's operations. Just got 2 rides on Orion back-to-back. Walk-ons both times, but operations, they left a generous amount of room in those restraints. That was great. And the only reason the restraints went down was the gravity at the bottom of the first hill. So that was spectacular. I was flying out of my seat the whole way down. Oh, and I didn't mention, I heard the team member mentioned that it was a 75-minute wait for Flight of Fear when I was walking by after my Orion ride. So just to give you an idea, I waited 20 minutes for Fastlane, you know, low capacity ride. Up next is Mystic Timbers. The app says it's a 5-minute wait, but looks a little bit longer than that just based on the line. Not too long though. Back-to-back rides on Mystic Timbers. Basically waited like, I would say 2-3 minutes both times. It says it's a 5-minute wait still on the app, but it looks more like closer to a 30-minute wait. So the app is just, again, it's not updating itself well today. So the team member estimated about a half hour or so. But now we're doing Diamondback. It says it's a 5-minute wait on the app. I'll ask the team member to see how long it is, but yeah, should be pretty much a walk-on for Fastlane as well. Back-to-back rides on Diamondback, walk-ons both times. Estimated wait time looks like it's about 40-45 minutes. That's what they were guessing. So saved a lot of time there for sure. My third new credit of the day, I did Woodstock Express. That was fun. It's just like a mini Blue Streak. That's the way I mean, same color, everything. But Blue Streak's a little bit better ride. But now we'll take the time of the Eiffel Tower. One thing I did not realize, there is a fast lane for the Eiffel Tower. racer is a 0 minute wait. That's definitely not the case. So, I don't know, what do you think? 5 minutes, 10 minutes? Let's see. So only the red train was actually running right now. The blue one was down. So I've only had 3 rides ever on the racer, and it's been red every time. So really want to get a ride on the blue today. But yeah, that was a walk on. I got on right at the next train, but because it was only one side open, they were estimating it's about 15-minute wait. So saved myself 15 minutes. All right, just rode the blue side on the racer. Observation, the outward, like going outward, is much smoother than the inward. Like coming back to the station, I think on both red and blue sides, it's way rougher than going out. So I don't know if that's always been the case, if like the newer track work has been done on the outward, but just an observation. Yeah, also wanted to mention, so I got back-to-back rides on Banshee. The app said, now it's working in the opposite way. The app said it was 25-minute wait, but it was actually even a walk-on for the normal standby queue. So definitely going to go with more of just my eyeball. I know this is not a scientific test as far as like wait times go, but I think the app is way less reliable than either my eyeballs or asking a team member. So we're just going to go with either of those two and not the app today. I just did Orion again. I had to wait about 3 minutes or so for the fast lane, and it's about a 20-minute wait, what the team member said for the main queue. So I'm going on it again. Save me another 20 minutes. All right, well, next up is Backlot Stunt Coaster. The app says it's a 10-minute wait. There's nobody outside in front here, but it looks like it might be, it looks like that's pretty accurate. There's not too many people in line here, but let's see how long it takes. Backlot Stunt Coaster, always a good time. I'd say I waited 3 minutes. Basically waited for one train cycle, but it looked like the line was a little bit longer than I originally thought. I didn't see the line going back as far as it was. And there were more people wrapped around the backside of the building. So I would have guessed it was maybe a 20-minute wait or so for them. All right, well, here's the station, so that gives you an idea. Walk on for everybody. All right, let's do some Diamondback again. Now the app says 15-minute wait, maybe. The queue isn't that full, but probably more like 25, 30. Okay, so I ended up doing 3 Diamondback rides right in a row, walk-ons every time. The wait looked like it was around 30 minutes, so I saved myself almost 90 minutes of time. Let's even say an hour. It's a good chunk of time. Then Mystic Timbers definitely is at least a half-hour wait. Got 2 back-to-back rides on there, walk-ons both times again. So you're looking at another hour saved. So 2 hours saved there. So I got 5 rides on like 2 of the best rides in the park in 1 hour, and would have had to wait like 2 hours for that at least. Well, no, 2 hours for just 1 ride on each. No, that math didn't work out well, but I'll break everything down at the end. All right, that line is getting longer for the Beast. Everybody's trying to get that night ride. Time for a little night ride action on Mystic Timbers. All right, going for ride 11 on Diamondback. Then we're gonna get some fireworks. Way to close out the day. What a great day. don't worry, when I get home, I'm gonna tally up all the rides I had today, and I'm gonna underestimate, like, guess that the waits were maybe shorter than they were, just so you can get an idea of at least you would have saved that amount of time. So hopefully that's fair, but not the most scientific test here. All right, so here's the ride summary for the day. We're looking at a total of 35 rides on rides that have Fastlane Plus access, which saved me a total of at least 515 minutes, or just over 8.5 hours. And remember, I say at least because I tried to underestimate some of the wait times to give sort of a worst case scenario or lowest number of time saved, if that makes sense. The wait times most likely were a little bit longer than these figures, so in truth it was more likely more than 9 hours. And yes, I really did ride Diamondback a dozen times, and to be honest, it was running so awesome that day I probably should have even done more. I also rode a few rides that aren't even available for either Fastlane or Fastlane Plus, like the Bat, Woodstock Express, and I even took a nice ride on the Kings Island and Miami Valley Railroad. Overall, by my standards, I consider this a fairly relaxing and slower paced day compared to a day where I'm strictly all about rides. So realistically, I could have at least doubled my ride output throughout the day. Filming the park and taking more frequent stops and breaks throughout the day, they really fill up a huge chunk of time. Now, to answer the big question, is Fastlane Plus worth it? Well, obviously the answer will depend based on everyone's own unique situation, but for me, I'd absolutely say yes. Now, I will say that had I not already purchased the season-long Fastlane Plus pass, I most likely would not have spent the extra $85 for the day that I went. The park really wasn't crowded at all. At least I would have expected the park to be a little busier than it was on a Friday in June. The wait times weren't outrageous in the first place, and one could easily fit in everything they probably wanted to do throughout the day. Now, they wouldn't have been able to get in nearly as many rides as I did, but it still most likely would have been a nice, fully accomplished park day. So at the end of the day, it's really up to you. If you're looking to marathon all of your favorite rides as much as possible, then I'd absolutely invest in Fastlane Plus for the day. But if you're a parent, let's say, and aren't all that into riding everything as much as possible, or trying to keep up with the kiddos, maybe just get them the Fastlane for the day while you take everything more at your own pace. And I'm fully aware that this may have not been, the best day to do a Fastlane test video, but it shows at least one end of the spectrum. So keep an eye out for a follow-up Fastlane test video where I'll make sure to get to the park on a busier day, most likely a Saturday this summer. And that's going to do it for today, guys. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, do me a huge favor and hit the thumbs up as it helps with the YouTube algorithm. And go ahead and subscribe to the channel for more theme park news, tips, tricks, and adventures. As always, I've been Mike with Trout Takes, and we'll see you soon.